Good morning. I'm Jasmine Anderson. A Lindenhurst man is facing a possible fourth homicide charge in connection with the deadly crash in East Massapequa. That's according to the Suffolk DA's office. The additional charge against Michael D'Angelo is expected after the youngest victim of the crash, 6-year-old Chantel Solomon, was removed from life support Saturday. The little girl's grandfather and 2 of his young children were killed in the crash August 6th. D'Angelo was allegedly driving drunk with cocaine and fentanyl in his system. An alleged drunken driver had almost 3 times the legal limit of alcohol in his system when he crossed into opposite lanes of traffic in Laurel Howell. The Nassau DA says that Spanos of Syosset crashed into a Ferrari Saturday, killing the 2 people inside. He's now being held without bail on charges including manslaughter. Police need your help. They're trying to find whomever wounded 2 teens in a drive-by shooting in Suffolk. Police say the 14-year-old boys were shot Saturday night on Locust Drive in Mastic Beach. One was hit in the arm and the other in the leg. Investigators believe the shooting was targeted. And police are looking for this man. They say he punched a female bartender at Mirage Gentlemen's Lounge in East Farmingdale in June, then left in this SUV. Only in Newsday, with COVID numbers climbing again on the island, a new look at whether masks work as protection. 3 years after the pandemic began, there's still no scientific consensus of the effectiveness of masks. Research has led to mixed findings. However, one researcher at Stony Brook tells Newsday they found masks do much more to prevent someone with COVID-19 from spreading the virus than protecting someone from contracting it. Read more about masks and when the CDC says you should wear them on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The DMV is set to open a satellite office on Fisher's Island, cutting residents' trips by hours. The office on the remote island, which is part of Southold Town, could open this winter. Currently, Fisher's Island residents who need DMV services have 2 options: travel to New London, Connecticut by ferry and drive to White Plains, or take another ferry to Orient Point and drive to Riverhead. Champions, the Massapequa International Softball team is celebrating the first Little League Softball World Series title in state history. Pitcher Olivia Feldman catching that pop-up for the final out. Massapequa beat North Carolina 5-2 yesterday to capture the championship crown. Congratulations. Now to a power brunch. Entrepreneurs and professionals were honored by Black women on Long Island yesterday. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
I really wanted to give women an opportunity to be recognized, to feel seen, and to highlight the phenomenal Black women that we have right here on Long Island.
I feel honored and encouraged to keep doing what I aspire to do, amplifying excellence, uplifting others around me. So to be recognized for me is a cherry on the top.
Events like this are very important for recognition and being able to reach out, but you have to be able to give back, and that's key.
You have to have faith in yourself, and having communities like this to support you and empower you, and also to network within and meet new people, people to work with or just people to become friends with, and hold each other up. I think it's really, really important.
Congratulations. Read more about the award ceremony and the nonprofit group behind it on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Your hyper-local Monday weather now. Here's a look at Tiana Beach in Hampton Bays. Cloudy today with storms on the way tomorrow. Highs around 83 degrees. Let's take a look at your day planner here. Mostly cloudy. Tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms, highs in the 80s. And here's a look at your futurecast. We start to see rain rolling in overnight, scattered thunderstorms throughout the day tomorrow. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
Update now on the Gilgo killings investigation. I'm Jasmine Anderson with Newsday reporter Mark Harrington. Thank you for joining us.
Nice to be here.
So let's get right into this here. We are here to talk about how Rex Heuermann's legal team could potentially defend him in court. What will they likely emphasize?
Well, they're likely to emphasize, first of all, the age of this evidence. This is a case that's been investigated for something like 13 years. lots of leads, but not a lot of production. So they may emphasize the age of the DNA evidence, the age of some of the other evidence that they've collected. And they're also, very likely to look at the circumstantial nature of much of the evidence.
Yeah, let's talk about the evidence, because Huerman's lawyers could face potentially more conclusive evidence. So after searching his properties, of course, how will the defense handle this?
Well, there's likely to be a lot more evidence. I mean, police scoured that home for days. Police, investigators, law enforcement. So there could be a lot more that we don't know about yet. So the case is likely to get a lot more complex.
Absolutely. So you talked to some of the top defense attorneys on the island. What was the biggest takeaway when you talked about this case?
They think this is going to be a sort of a crime of the century type trial. One described it as similar to the Lindbergh kidnappings. It could be that large, and for that reason, there's likely to be requests to change the venue to another area, either off of Long Island, to a different part of the state, very likely. They're expecting to be teams of investigators, forensic experts, medical examiners, and at least, someone said right now he's got 4 lawyers, and there could be more. And several people said that they expect the defense could potentially cost upwards of $1 million or more. Could, not necessarily. And that'll be paid for by citizens.
Mark, thank you so much for your time. For the latest on the Gilgo killings investigation, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
My goal is to entertain, but also to let you into places where the fans can't go. I want to take the readers inside the locker room, inside the heads of the athletes.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
The cost of caring. Today, we're looking at Long Islanders battling Alzheimer's and the family members who care for them. Macy Egland has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
John Romano of Kings Park is a husband, a father, a grandfather, and a banker. But in the last few years, he's taken on another role, caretaker to his wife, Diane.
How ironic is this disease, right? For a person who spent their entire life helping others in the medical profession, she turns out to be the one who needs the most help.
Diane was working as a nurse practitioner when she was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's at the age of 52. That was over a decade ago, and now the disease has taken its hold on her and her family's lives.
It's a series of adjustments, not only for the person inflicted with the disease, but also for the family members.
A recent study shows an estimated 1 in 8 seniors on Long Island has Alzheimer's, and according to experts, 80% of caretakers are their family members.
Families are carrying it a much longer period of like up to 7 years, where maybe before a person may have only lived a few years.
And according to the state health department, we're spending over $26 million a year on care.
Depending on what you're hiring, if you imagine if you need 24-hour care, that could be up to, $60,000 a year. Who has that lying around?
About 6 years ago, John had to hire aides to help care for Diane. As the disease has progressed, they're now at the house about 7 days a week.
In the early years, it was just me. So I would shower her. I would get her ready in the morning.
To afford the extra help, he's still working full-time, something Dr. Benton says 50% of caretakers do.
I'll tell you, being a caregiver is an exhausting process. Exhausting.
But John says he's embracing every moment.
We'll be married 39 years come this October.
Reporting for Newsday TV in Kings Park, I'm Macy Egland.
For more on Alzheimer's patients and resources to help care for them, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Plenty of waterfront activities, parks, and restaurants. Macy Egland takes us to Hampton Bays in today's Destination Downtown.
Hampton Hampton Bays on the East End has plenty of shopping and eateries, but in the summer season, a big draw is the outdoor activities, with several parks and restaurants right on the water.
And right at the entrance of Mun Pond Park, you'll find a rescue center doing incredible work for our local wildlife.
There was really no place that was specialized for them on the East End.
Visit the Evelyn Alexander Wildlife Rescue Center, a fully operational wildlife hospital.
It's really nice to just be able to give back and, give these animals a fighting chance.
Those who can't be released have a great home here as education ambassadors.
We love visitors here. Honestly, we have a lot of really fantastic trails to walk in addition to, being able to meet our education ambassadors. And I just think it's something not a lot of people know about.
After a day exploring, relax and recharge by the water at Cowfish.
We are here at Cowfish in Hampton Bays with Erica Marcus, one of Newsday's food writers. This is such a cool vibe here at Cowfish.
This place is really unique. It's on 2 or 3 levels. It's indoors, it's outdoors, it's porch, it's lawn, it's patio, and actually the food is very good too.
These were recommended to us.
The rotisserie chicken with sweet potato Brussels sprout hash.
Yeah, looks amazing.
These they're calling the Nola shrimp, and it's got like Cajun seasoning. It's got this rice, and it's got this sauce, and it's got this toast.
Well, let's give it a go.
Yeah, let's
this
dig
all
in.
looks amazing.
And the fun doesn't stop there. Take a complimentary 7-minute ride on the Rum Barge over to their sister restaurant, Rumba. With a laid-back island vibe along the Shinnecock Bay, it's a perfect place for dinner or a sweet treat to end the night.
All right, time for dessert here at Rumba after getting off the Rum Barge. And we're having something they're pretty well known for, Erica.
Yeah, they have an awesome key lime pie. Now this is a seasonal dessert.
Tres
It's the tres
leches?
leches.
This was an aggressive bite.
Yes, it was.
Guilt-free dessert if there's fruit involved. That's my theory.
Reporting for Newsday TV in Hampton Bays, I'm Macy Egland.
I agree with you, Macy. For more on Destination Downtown Hampton Bays, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say Install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Have a wonderful Monday. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.